A good win on Sunday.
Outstanding to beat the team that were the champions last year and beat Featherstone in the grand final. I thought it was an outstanding performance. I thought it was really good in the first 40 minutes, and again we showed a lot of composure in the second part of the second half to make sure that we nullified their threats, because they are a dangerous team. So, that was typified by young Eddie Batty towards the end there, where he just launched himself at the man who was going to score a try, and out came the ball. So we were desperate, but we showed a lot of composure and didn't lose his focus to make sure we got the result.
Now, is it important? Is it a win to win against the side what's expected to do well?
Well, it's important. It keeps them down there and it keeps us up there. So it's just another 3 points, and that's what we look at it. We've 3 on the bounce now, which were important, and it's costing me a few pound now because I've got to take the boys out after training tonight to Nando's. So it's going to cost me a few quid, but fully worth it. And we've got a few days off, and then I guess people are going to say, what happens now? Do you go soft on them? No, we've kept hard. We were hard last night. We'll be hard again tonight at training. Some of the guys who played last week will probably have a run out in the reserves at the weekend against a really strong Widnes team. Again, the squad is typified by young Eddie Batty knocking on my door and saying, I want to play on Sunday for the reserves after 2 great performances for the first team. He wants game time, he wants to be out there, he wants to improve himself. And there's 1 or 2 other players that are just coming back from injury that also need to be playing. So we're going into this weekend. Yes, 1 or 2 guys might be away from the club, but that doesn't mean the preparation for the next game stops there. There'll be challenged to do things away from the club. Then we're back in Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday next week, and we need to keep the momentum going and keep on a roll.
The reserves and academies had the first few games now, and they've done really well, haven't they?
Certainly, they had a bit of a lesson in the first game, the reserves, but last week they were outstanding against a really strong Halifax team. We had Frank Wateen, Stephen Bannister, Lee Patterson, all first team players that played a lot of first team rugby. So, highly delighted that the young lads stood up. Dan Hawksworth came back after not playing a game and looked pretty strong. But all the players who played was... it was a massive improvement, and it just bodes well for the future when some of the lads who's dropping down from the first team are playing as well as that. And what I do speak to them about regularly is that they need to be the best player in that competition, and if they are, then they will get the nod. I thought Sam Scott was very good last week, and he's chomping and knocking on the door and demanding that we're going to be, give him an opportunity in the first team, and that's what we can do. But then you look at the academy playing the first game in the Super League Championship for academy players under 18s, and I thought they were great. And I thought after 30 minutes the beating Warrington Wolves, one of the top teams in the competition, beating them 14-12. And yes, the score does run away a little bit at the end and they get beat 40-odd, 20-odd, but that's a massive achievement from the club and everybody involved, that now we are competing against some of the Super League clubs in the academy, as we did with the scholarship last season. So how exciting is that? In a few weeks I'm sure we'll be seeing scholarship, academy and reserves all playing on the same venue on the same day.
And there's no game this weekend. What does Mark Aston do when there's no game on?
There's no such thing as no game over the weekend, because we've got 2 massive games coming over in the next few weeks with Dewsbury and Batley, and they both play each other, don't they? So in the Northern Wales quarter-final, so I guess I'll be sneaking in there and having a look at Dewsbury and also having a look at Batley, who we play the week after. And I'm excited about the group of people that we're working with. I'll have a day or so away. I might just nip down and watch the Scholars, I guess, and see how they're preparing themselves on Friday night. Saturday I might relax a little bit. Maybe not. I might nip down to watch the academy in Leeds or the reserves at Mount St Mary's. And again, Sunday it's going to be down to that game. So it never stops. And why would it? Because we've got an objective to do this season. We want to improve on what we did last season, and it's all about preparation and preparing the guys and giving them the knowledge about the teams that we're playing over the next few weeks. So I guess there'll be no time off again. I might get a bit of gardening done or something like that. Doubtful again, I suppose. But the Dawn, my missus would probably prefer it. I did some of the DIY at home, but no, it's not. It's not time off for me, I'm afraid, and I wouldn't have it any other way.